stop before you check your bank account or listen to one more. An expert on the news tell you the American dream is dead in 2026. Look at me. My name is Bob. I'm 85 years old. I have lived through 11 recessions. I've seen the oil crisis of 73, the 18% interest rates of 81, the dot-com crash, and the 2008 collapse. Every single time, the headlines said the same thing. This is the end. Sell everything. Save yourself. And every single time, the people who listened to those headlines lost their shirts. I'm sitting on this chair today with a $1 million retirement to the American economy that most people are too scared to see. Today, I'm going to show you why the crash everyone is panicking about right now is actually the greatest you'll ever receive if you have the stomach to take it. Let's talk about 2008. I was 68 years old. I was supposed to be safe. Then, in 90 days, I watched 40% of my life's work, money I spent, 40 years earning at the post office, just vanish. My neighbor, Jerry, was a smart guy. He called me, voice shaking, and said, "Bob, the banks are folding. It's different this time. I'm pulling it all out." He sold at the absolute bottom. He locked in his losses and spent the rest of his life working a job he hated because he couldn't afford to stop. I felt that same itch to run. It's a physical weight in your chest. But I remembered 1973. I remembered 1981. Asking you if you actually believe in tomorrow. And my account didn't just come back, it doubled. Jerry died broke. I'm sitting here. That's the difference between panic and perspective.
Here is the math your news anchor won't tell you. The market has a 100% historical recovery rate. World wars, pandemics, depressions, the world keeps turning. People still need bread. They still need power. They still need to move. If you're looking at a 15% or 20% drop in your portfolio today and thinking about quitting, you aren't protecting yourself. You're paying a fear tax to the people who are patient enough to wait for you to fail. 1981, when interest rates were 18%, people thought they'd never own a home again. 20 years later, he was the only one on the block with a paid-off mortgage and a massive nest egg. Don't let a bad year rob you of a great decade. When the grocery store has a sale on steak, you don't run out. The store screaming that the economy is collapsing. You buy more steak. A recession is just a sale on the future. If you're young, this is where you build wealth that lasts generations. If you're older, like me, this is where you prove you have the discipline to stay the course. My mother saved string for 40 years because she knew that useful things shouldn't be thrown away just because the times are tough. Don't throw them away because you're scared of a red number on a screen. You can survive a market crash. I've done it 11 times. But there is one thing you can never recover, the time you waste being afraid. I learned that lesson the hardest way possible. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you about Frank. Frank was my best friend at the post office for 40 years. He was the most careful man I ever knew. He survived every recession. I did, and he was exactly 334 days away from his retirement party. On a Tuesday in April, I walked into the office and found Frank still at his desk, but he wasn't working.
What I found in his drawer that day is the reason
I retired the very next Monday and why I stopped letting the economy tell me how to live. If you think your bank account is the most important, you need to reconsider what truly matters.
Audio part of your story you need to hear about Frank. I'll see you on the bench.